Hi, today at Garfin's Creation we'll be making a wholesome multigrain sandwich bread. This bread is soft, hearty and perfect for everyday use. There is no chemicals, preservatives or any color added to this. It's pure homemade goodness. The recipe is mentioned in the description box below. So let's get started. Firstly, we'll have to make an atta paste. We will be using the Tangzhong method. For that, I've just added some water and multigrain atta into a kadai, and we'll just stir this on low flame till it thickens up. Keep stirring this continuously on low flame. This will keep the bread soft, fluffy and moist for a longer time. So after stirring this on low flame for some time, just for a few minutes, this gets thick. You can switch off the flame and let this cool down completely. Next we will ferment the yeast. For that I've taken 1 cup of warm water. Do not take cold water or too very hot water, just enough to touch. Then add in the sugar and the yeast and give it all a nice mix. Once the yeast is mixed well, we will cover and keep this till the yeast blooms up. This will take anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. So after some time, once the yeast is fermented, let's add other ingredients into it. Since we are making a multigrain bread, this is the brand I have used. This is not a paid promotion, but this atta along with other ingredients also has psyllium husk. Psyllium husk, when added to your bread, gives a nice structure to hold and bind the bread. You can use any brand of multigrain atta that you prefer. As we are using the Tangzhong method, this bread is going to get a nice rise and a good softness too. Here I have taken 3 cups of multigrain atta. We'll just sieve it before adding other ingredients into it. I've sieved the atta directly in the yeast bowl, also added salt and some milk powder. If you do not have milk powder, you can use milk as well. I'll just mix this a little, and we still have to add the Tangzhong, that is the atta paste that which we had prepared. So this is cooled down, and now we'll just add it into the atta. Add all of it into the atta, and we'll just mix this all together now. We'll be using just very little water to knead this dough. So if you do not have milk powder, instead of water, you can use milk to knead this dough. So now here I've just taken some normal room temperature water, and we'll be just adding about a tablespoon at a time. This dough does not require much water now. Just 1 or 2 tablespoons is just enough. We just need to get a nice little sticky dough. Now we will just mix everything together so that it forms a soft sticky dough. Now once this has come together, the last ingredient that we need to add is some butter. In place of butter, you can also use oil. So here I've taken about 30 grams of room temperature butter. Just add that too into the dough and just combine that as well. This is going to look a little bit sticky, but as you keep kneading it further, this is going to get absorbed and it will become nice, soft and smooth. Once all the ingredients are combined well into the dough, we will just now knead it on the countertop for about 10 minutes. We'll be using the stretch and fold method. Just stretch the dough and get it back. You can knead this dough even in a stand mixer if you have one. I'll be kneading this for about 8 to 10 minutes. And if you find that it is too sticky, just use a scraper and get all the dough together and continue kneading it. And as you keep kneading, the stickiness goes away and you get a nice soft dough. So don't lose patience. Just continue kneading this for about 10 minutes. You'll get a nice, soft, smooth dough. I have also shared previously other bread recipes like ladi pav and Christmas bread as well. They're all on my channel and you can just check it out if you're interested in seeing those. So now our dough is got nice and soft. I'll just tuck it down from below. Now we need to let this get rise. So in the same bowl, I'll be just spraying some oil down and add the dough into it. We'll also spray some oil on top so that it doesn't get dry. Now we'll cover and keep this in a nice warm place so that it rises faster. This dough has to double in size. So depending on the climate, it might take 1 to 1.5 hours too. Now while that is proofing, we also need to prepare this bread loaf tin. This is a 7 into 3.5 inches bread loaf tin. We'll just brush it up with some oil or butter. And then we can put a butter paper down. We can also use a baking paper. And grease that too as well. This will help to release the bread once it is baked. If you have a non-stick bread tin, then there's no need of greasing the tin. So now let's check out our dough. It's been almost an hour and our dough is well risen. After deflating it a little, I'll just get it into a ball again. Now at this point of time, we need to be a little gentle with the dough. So now I'll just put it on the tabletop. I'll put the smoother side below. So you get a nice smooth top for the bread. I'll be just rolling it out into a rectangle, and we'll measure the size. It should be the size of the bread loaf tin. Just roll this very lightly with some light hands. So I'm just making sure that this fits exactly into our bread loaf tin. So now I'll just be rolling it up a little more. Once done, we'll start rolling this from one end to the other end. Just roll it a little tight so there is no gap in between. Rolling it a bit tightly, your bread will not break once you slice it. Once this is done, just pinch up the edges and just give it a one final roll. Roll it lightly and then put it into the bread loaf tin. We just have to press it a little so that the corners do fill in. Whichever tin size you use, make sure that the dough is filled halfway the height of the tin. Now we have to keep this for the second proofing. We just cover it and keep till it rises up well. This will again take around 45 to 1 hour to rise again. We'll just keep this once more into a warm place. If you are in a hurry, you can keep this into a microwave that is closed. Do not turn the microwave on. Just keep it closed. And that way the bread will rise up faster. So now here our bread is risen well. So I'll just brush it up with some milk. And now we will bake this in a preheated oven at 175 degrees centigrade for about 40 to 45 minutes. So this is the first time I'm using this new oven. This is from the Nestor. This is an air fryer oven and it has got many options. I had preheated this for 10 minutes and now I've kept it for 45 minutes in the bake mode and the temperature at 175 degrees centigrade, the same as for preheating too. This too is not a paid promotion, but if you want to buy this, I'll be putting the link down. You can check it out. And after 45 minutes of baking, this bread is ready. It's got a nice browning on top. If you do not want the bread to be too very brown, just place a silver foil on top and bake it. Once this is out of the oven, we just need to remove it out immediately from the bread loaf tin. And then remove the paper and we just let this cool completely till it comes to room temperature. The bread now will take a lot of time to cool down and come to room temperature. If you knock on the bread, you will get a hollow sound. So that is the indication that the bread is baked well. Apply some butter on top and let it cool completely. Your kitchen just smells good with the aroma of this freshly baked bread. So this easy homemade multigrain bread is just a wonderful alternative without any chemicals to be made at home. Just perfect with good texture and wholesome for your family. So now once the bread is cooled down, you can cut it into very thin slices as well. I'll be showing you the texture as well and you can cut it really very good. So if you love freshly homemade bread with soft texture and a lovely nutty flavor, then this recipe is definitely worth trying. After many attempts, I've got this recipe right. So I hope you'll be trying this recipe soon. You can also check out the softness and the texture as well. No chemicals, no preservatives, just pure goodness. So I hope you'll be giving this recipe a try and enjoy fresh homemade bread straight out of your oven. And if you like this recipe, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Garfin's Creation for more such delicious homemade recipes. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you soon in other recipes too. Till then, take care and bye-bye.